Ever wondered how a game can prepare soldiers for real combat scenarios? Well, let's delve into the fascinating world of war games. Not to be mistaken for your average board game, war games play a crucial role in military training. They're essentially a blend of strategy, skill, and simulations, designed to prepare our brave servicemen and women for the unpredictable nature of warfare. Think of war games as a military sandbox where soldiers can hone their skills, build team cohesion, and test out various scenarios. But there's more. These games also allow for equipment and technology evaluation, enabling the military to assess the effectiveness of their tools under different conditions. And let's not forget the invaluable leadership lessons that unfold on this virtual battlefield. So next time you hear the term war games, remember, it's not just about rolling dice or moving pieces on a board. From training to team building, war games are more than just a game. Imagine being in a war zone without any training. Sounds scary, right? Now, let's delve into how war games act as a crucial platform for training and skill development. Think of it like this. War games are to soldiers what dress rehearsals are to actors. They provide a simulated environment that mimics the intensity and unpredictability of a real battlefield. But here's the catch. Unlike a dress rehearsal, where the script is set in stone, war games present an array of scenarios to keep soldiers on their toes. This variety aids in honing the skills of soldiers, preparing them for different combat situations. A soldier might be dodging an imaginary grenade one minute, and the next, they could be navigating through a smoke-filled battlefield. It's all part of the game, or shall we say, the training. But you might wonder, why not train in real combat situations? Well, remember the saying, practice makes perfect. It's all well and good until you realize that in real combat, mistakes can cost lives. That's where war games come in. They offer a safer alternative, allowing soldiers to learn, make mistakes, and improve, all without actual bullets flying overhead. Moreover, war games are not just about individual skill enhancement. They also help create a comprehensive understanding of the battlefield's dynamics. Soldiers learn to coordinate with air and ground units, understand the terrain, and make crucial decisions under pressure. And let's not forget, war games also provide a platform for soldiers to adapt to new strategies, tactics, and technologies. It's like a sandbox where they can experiment and innovate without fearing repercussions. So, while war games might seem like an elaborate version of cops and robbers to the untrained eye, they play a pivotal role in the military. They ensure our soldiers are not only well trained, but also well prepared for the unpredictability of real combat situations. So it's not all fun and games after all. What's better than a group of soldiers, a cohesive team of soldiers? Now, let's dive into the third chapter of our journey: team building and cohesion. War games are not just about strategizing and flexing your muscle power, but they are also about fostering a sense of unity among the soldiers. Imagine this: a platoon of soldiers, each with their unique skills, working together like a well-oiled machine. That's the magic of team building in the military, and war games play a significant role in this process. When soldiers participate in war games, they're not just playing a game. They're learning how to communicate effectively, how to trust their comrades, and how to work together to achieve a common goal. It's like a high-stakes version of a trust fall exercise. In the heat of a war game, there's no room for ego or individual glory. It's all about the team. Every soldier has a role to play, and every role is crucial. The sniper, the medic, the engineer, the foot soldier, they all depend on each other. This interdependence fosters a sense of unity and camaraderie that's hard to match. And let's not forget about cohesion. Cohesion is that invisible glue that binds a team together. It's what keeps a team functioning smoothly even when the bullets are flying and the pressure is mounting. War games help build this cohesion by putting soldiers in stressful situations where they have to rely on each other to survive. The importance of teamwork in the military cannot be overstated. In the battlefield, a cohesive team can be the difference between victory and defeat. A team that communicates well, trusts each other, and works together seamlessly is a force to be reckoned with. So the next time you see soldiers engaged in a war game, remember this: they're not just playing a game, They're building a team. They're strengthening bonds. They're learning how to work together in the face of adversity. Just like in any sports team, unity is key in the battlefield. In a war zone, being adaptable can be the difference between life and death. Now, let's delve into the fascinating world of scenario testing and adaptation in war games. Imagine you're in the middle of a chess game, but unlike your usual weekend match, the stakes are high. Your decisions could mean the difference between victory and defeat. That's essentially what scenario testing in war games is like. It's a game of chess, but with a military twist. War games provide a safe and controlled environment for military personnel to test out different scenarios. They can experiment, push boundaries, and make mistakes without fatal consequences. It's like playing a video game on easy mode before cranking up the difficulty level. Only in this case, the game is a sophisticated military simulation, and the difficulty level is real-life combat. In these scenarios, soldiers are faced with a variety of challenges, from ambushes to strategic maneuvers, and even the occasional curveball. Have you ever tried to negotiate a peace treaty with an alien race? Well, in war games, anything is possible. This testing phase is crucial for honing decision-making skills under pressure. It's one thing to make decisions when you have all the time in the world, but in a battlefield, every second counts. War games train soldiers to think on their feet, to quickly assess a situation and make the best possible decision. It's like a high-stakes version of speed chess, only instead of capturing the king, the objective is to achieve mission success while minimizing casualties. But scenario testing isn't just about making quick decisions, it's also about learning to adapt. Because, let's face it, no battle plan survives contact with the enemy intact. War games teach soldiers to be flexible, to adapt their strategies on the fly, and to improvise when things don't go according to plan. And that's the beauty of war games. They provide a safe space for soldiers to push their limits, to learn, to adapt and to grow. It's a process of trial and error, of learning from mistakes and improving. And in the end, it's this adaptability, this ability to think on one's feet, that can make all the difference on the battlefield. Adapt, overcome, and conquer. That's the soldier's mantra. Weapons and tech, the soldier's best friends in the battlefield. But how do you ensure these friends are reliable? You can't just trust a glossy brochure or a sales pitch. You need to take them for a spin, test them in action. That's where war games come into play. Think of war games as a dress rehearsal for the grand performance. It's the perfect platform to assess the efficiency, effectiveness, and reliability of military equipment and technology. From the latest stealth aircraft to the humble infantry rifle, from advanced communication systems to cutting-edge surveillance drones, everything is put through its paces in a controlled environment. Why is this important? Simple. It helps identify potential weaknesses, glitches, and shortcomings. It answers critical questions. Is the new rifle accurate enough? Is the drone as stealthy as it claims to be? Does the communication system work under jamming attempts? Moreover, it's not just about the hardware. War games also allow for the evaluation of software systems, including AI-driven solutions, data analysis tools, and simulation programs. Remember, in today's digital age, a software glitch can be as deadly as a hardware malfunction. Finally, war games provide valuable feedback to manufacturers, helping them refine and improve their products. This ensures that our soldiers are equipped with the best, most reliable tools when they step onto the real battlefield. After all, it's always good to know your tools before you need them. Scene script, leadership, the backbone of any successful military operation. Now let's talk about leadership. Think of a great military leader. What comes to mind? Strategic acumen, decision-making skills, strong communication, and the ability to inspire, right? War games are a breeding ground for such skills. They are the crucibles in which leaders are tested and formed. Imagine a war game in progress. There's a team, a mission, and a mock enemy. There's danger, uncertainty, and the need for swift action. Who steps up? The leader, the one who can see the bigger picture, make quick decisions, and guide the team towards the objective. In the heat of war games, leaders learn to think on their feet. They learn to adapt their strategies to changing scenarios and to make tough calls. And just like in real combat, They have to do all this while ensuring the safety and morale of their team. But it's not just about decision-making under pressure. Wargames also teach leaders about the importance of communication. They learn to convey complex strategies in simple terms, to listen to their team, and to coordinate effectively. This is where they learn to inspire, to motivate, and to build trust. Wargames also allow for constructive feedback. Leaders can assess their decisions, learn from their mistakes, and continuously improve. They get to experience the consequences of their actions in a controlled environment, which is invaluable for their growth. Remember, behind every successful team, there's a competent leader. And wargames? They're the training grounds for these competent leaders. So, how do games prepare soldiers for combat? Well, we've journeyed through the terrain of military wargames and their paramount importance in readying our forces for real-life missions. From honing individual skills to fostering team spirit, wargames play a pivotal role. They're the crucible where soldiers are tested and trained, where teams are formed and molded into cohesive units. But the game doesn't end there. It extends to scenario testing, where soldiers adapt to dynamic situations, just as they would on the battlefield. It's like a dress rehearsal, only the stage is a virtual battleground, and the stakes are much higher. Moreover, wargames offer an invaluable platform to evaluate cutting-edge equipment and technology, ensuring our soldiers are armed with the very best. And let's not forget, these games are the proving grounds for our future leaders, nurturing their command skills and decision-making prowess. In the world of the military, wargames are more than just games. They're life-saving training tools.